Let's add in the physics now. So go up to the top and see where it says game scene. We need to add in an SK physics contact delegate. And then what we need to do is we also need to add in a physics world dot contact delegate is equal to self. If you don't do that, your physics won't work. Okay, just like that. Okay, let's go down to the bottom and let's add in a few functions here. We'll add in some functions that deal with contact specifically. So add in a function, we'll call this floor block collision logic, and we'll say this is contact A, SK sprite node, and contact B, SK sprite node. And we'll do the exact same. We'll just change floor with ceiling, and we're going to do that here. So we're going to pass in the sprite nodes into these functions. So in order to do that, we're going to say we'll say added a function called did begin contact. Now, if you don't see did begin contact, you added in the wrong delegates up at the top. See the beginning of this tutorial to try it again. Let's add in a var. We'll call this first body equal to contact dot body A, var second body is equal to contact dot body B, and we're going to say if. This is where life gets a little complicated, so you can pause at any time just in case you want to catch up. First body dot node, or yeah, first body dot physics or dot that category bit mask is double equal to physics category dot, we're going to say player. We're going to add in the another bracket. We're going to say second body dot category bit mask is equal to physics category dot, and then we'll start off with the floor block here. Okay, we're going to add in the or and the brackets here. I'll say first body dot category bit mask is equal to physics category dot player, or in this case it's dot floor block, and we'll add in the and we'll say that this is second body dot category bit mask is double equal to, and by the way, you do need the double equals all in this if statement here, is going to be physics category dot player. So either the floor block collides with the player or the player collides with the floor block. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, before I move on here, I'm just going to simply copy this and paste it in here. We're going to replace floor block with ceiling block, and that's all we're going to do here. Okay. Within this first one here, we're going to say that this is floor block collision logic. It's going to be first body dot node as SK sprite node, and this is going to be second body dot node as SK sprite node. Okay, do the exact same thing here. We'll say that this is ceiling collision logic. It's going to be first body dot node as SK sprite node, and it's going to be second body dot node as SK sprite node, just like that. Yep. And let's go and let's add in here. So what we're going to do is both of these are going to contain the game over logic here. So let's add that in here. We'll call this game over logic. And we're going to add another function, say reset the game. And we'll go ahead and we'll set those up later. And let's call reset the game here. So we'll say, for example, if contact A dot name is double equal to player name, we're going to say that this is game over logic. And we're going to say if contact B dot name is double equal to player name, we're going to say game over logic. I know this seems a little bit odd, but I'm just going to add that in here. Why am I doing this? Because you might need to add another functionality. So if I didn't add this in here, someone might expand upon the game and get a bunch of errors. So I'm adding that in here just like that here. Okay, so we now have both of that here. Let's go ahead and let's set up our game over logic. We'll set is alive is equal to false. We'll also set the player dot remove from parent floor block dot remove from parent ceiling block dot remove from parent, and we're going to go to lbl main dot text is equal to game over, and then we're going to say reset the game, which we already have. So let's go and let's add in some nice spaces so that this all makes perfect sense. All right. So, and reset the game, we're going to say let wait is equal to skaction dot wait for duration. We're going to wait a total of 3 seconds. We're going to say let the game scene is equal to game scene, and we're going to say that this is self.size. Okay, and we're going to say the game scene dot scale mode is equal to sk scene scale mode dot aspect fill. Let the transition is equal to sk transition dot, and we'll say there's a whole bunch of these cool ones in here, and you can always see them. For example, you got this sk transition, so we got these sk transitions here. Flip vertical. Let's see if we can go all the way and find some at the bottom here, and let's say reveal with direction, and we could do that, and we'll just actually go and pick one of these here. It doesn't really matter at this point. You can pick one that works really well. All right, so let's just say this is an sk transition fade with color, and the color will be orange custom color, and the duration will be 0.3 seconds. Make it fairly quick, and we'll say let change scene is equal to skaction dot run block, and in that run block we're going to say self dot scene dot view dot present scene. We're going to say the game scene and the transition. Okay, very close to this here. And what we're going to do is say let sequence is equal to skaction dot sequence, and we're going to say wait, then change scene, and then we're going to say self dot run action skaction dot repeat action. We're going to repeat the sequence a total of 1 time. Okay, but when you go up to the top here, you need to make sure that, for instance, we need to reset all of our game variables here. So we're going to say function. We're going to say reset game variables on start. And what are we going to reset here? We're going to say gravity down is equal to true. Touch gravity is equal to true. Is alive is equal to true. And lbl main dot text, or dot text here, is equal to tap, and tap. Okay, we also want to make sure we call this here as reset game variables on start. All right, this concludes the tutorial.